All right, well, welcome to your practice today. And just taking those messages from the cards, depletion and centering manifestation, we're going to create a beautiful practice for ourselves right here. And let's start like that. Here we go. Let's start like that. And when you rub your hands together, you kind of create this bit of a fire. I like to let my fingers just trace each other. And even close your eyes as you do this. You can just listen to the sounds of your hands. As if you are almost offering yourself this, sacred cleansing or clearing. You can use this over your head, in front of your eyes, in front of your throat, in front of your ears. And start to calm your breath. Good. And then we'll take this heat from your hands and you can either rest them any place on your body, maybe in front of your heart, or even covering your eyes. And then just pausing in the stillness, the space you're offering yourself. Good. And let's do that one more time. So gently, slowly release your hands. And then start to just rub them together again, hearing the noise they make, imagining the energy you are calling forth, even just in your hands. And this time we're going to take these hands and lay them on your thighs, facing down, and bring them about mid-thighs, so you can take the shoulders back a little bit. And drop into your sit. Smile as a way of softening. Just feeling into what you're bringing to your mat today. Perhaps even just thinking about what happened during your day-to-day, and maybe it was a great day. Maybe there was some hard, challenging moments. And in your mind, feel yourself arriving onto your mat. And feel into this idea of letting go. And for the next hour, I'm going to guide you. And your job is just to be in your body, follow my directions as best as you can, and inviting in that bit of dolphin playfulness in the card we chose today. So we don't take anything too seriously. And feeling into the tension in your shoulders, your neck, your jaw. And now just feeling your palms on your thighs. And we're just going to slide them off the thighs. So you press down a little bit and slide them off your knees, bring your palms together, and with great reverence now invite this energy into your heart space. Bowing your chin. Heart will be on dog duty. Thank you. And just feeling with great reverence and solitude of this space you have created in your own homes. Feel the quality of your breath. And then just start to release the breath. We'll take a nice full inhale to the top. And as you exhale, you can maybe noisy exhale, let the shoulders go. Whole breath go. And just do that 2 more times, inhaling. And releasing. And 1 more. Exhale. Just throw them outside.
Yep. Come on.
Goodbye, dogs. And we will open our practice and Om together 3 times. Inhale. And bowing your chin, pause in the sacred pause. Release your hands to your thighs, and lift your chin, and open your eyes. Okay, so we are going to start in standing, but we're going to do downward dog, forward fold, and then come up to standing. Bring your strap or your scarf, whatever you have, just place it nearby so it'll be easily accessible. And then we'll just come into a downward dog. And if you feel like, oh, I just need child's pose instead, you know, I'll say that every time. And bring that in, that's totally fine. I'm just gonna refine downward dog a little bit. So if you're in it, that's great. Start by spreading your fingers as much as you can and anchor the pads of your fingers down. That's gonna activate the muscles in your arms. Push down from the shoulders to the wrists and then hug your arms towards each other. Take your shoulders away from your ears. You kind of lengthen your neck. Tuck your toes under, draw your belly in, inhale. And exhale, lift your knees up, but feel it's really the tailbone taking you up. And then once you get to wherever this is, anchor the palms, let me say this again, the heels of your hands, push them down and away. And then you can start to drop your heels towards the floor. And pressing your thighs back, and drop your head, let it hang, open your mouth, let your jaw hang. And breathe here. And you might draw the belly in, lift your heels high, and then exhale and drop the heels to the floor. And we'll do that one more time, just lifting and lowering the heels to the floor. And then we're going to walk the hands back, or you might walk your feet forward, either one. Just find your forward fold position, so that you feel your hips are over your heels. And you can bend your knees here. You can use blocks. Just allow yourself to hang. Remember the monkey bars? And maybe you were one of those kids who could hang upside down or do the monkey bars or anything like that. But this whole act of hanging and just lengthening your spine, we want to bring that in here. So just feeling your breath, make it what you need to. If you need to walk your hands forward or whatever you need to do, just soften your face. And just start to feel how your breath is moving into the back. You can even drop your tush back a little bit. That's going to change a bit of the balance, so you're more in the heels. Let's just take 2 more breaths. You might feel some tightness in your mid-back. And we're going to roll up. So we'll bend the knees a lot. And you can take your hands, they might go to your thighs, and you're going to roll up. So the last thing to come up will be your head. And as you come up, the shoulders might come up to the ears and roll back and down. And then just take a few moments here. Just standing. You might feel a little dizzy. All fine. I'm going to leave my strap where it is for right now and just separate my feet apart a little bit. We're just going to sweep the arms out to the side and inhale and reach up. And I'll keep my arms shoulder distance apart. Shoulders, good. And then as you inhale, just reach up. Nice and tall. Feel your feet strong, your tush back, belly in. And exhale. Soften, keep the arms over your head. Just do this 2 more times. So you Reach up, release, and one more. Open your hands, spread your fingers, and this time as you exhale, let the arms come all the way down, and just take a few moments again to just feel. Good. Okay, so we're going to take the arms back up over the head, and this time I'm just going to take my arms down so you can see. So as the arms come over, I'm going to take the right hand and grab hold of the left wrist. So I'm holding on, legs are a little bit apart. Inhale and pull this left arm up. And as you exhale, crescent over to the right and let your hips shift to the left, pull the arm. You feel you want to turn and face down, you're going to get a different type of a stretch. Open the left hand and then inhale, come up. We're going to keep the same clasp and just take it over to the left. And so here what I'm going to do now is allow the left arm to kind of drop and bring the right arm with it. And then again, you might turn and look at the floor as you're stretching and breathing. And then inhale and come up. And exhale and release. And again, just be in your sacred pause. And notice how that has opened your breath. Release some tension from your jaw, from your neck, from your shoulders. Okay, we're going to do this exact same thing second side. Before we do that, just roll your shoulders a couple times, front to back, and then back to front. Just feeling, noticing any creaking and cracking, and that is normal. Good. Okay, and we're just going to take them up to the ears and down. And what's great about the shoulders is different than the pelvic girdle and the hips is they can move independently. So one shoulder up, one down. I'm going to add the Saturday long fingers here. Okay, and then just let it go again. Just feel. Soften your jaw. Okay, and inhale, sweep up. This time the left hand's going to grab the right wrist and pull it up. Inhale. Now exhale, crescent to the left. Shift your hips to the right. Pull and turn a little bit to face the floor. You'll feel a different stretch. Breathe. And then inhale and come up. Keep the clasp and exhale over to the right. This time the right arm is kind of driving. The hand is open, fingers open. You can turn a little bit. Breathe. And then come up and release. I feel, move your shoulders, whatever you need to do. Good. Okay, I'm going to turn around. We're going to take the hands behind the back and just interlace them here. I have them like halfway up my back. And I'll take the shoulders back, take the belly in, the heart back. So I shift the weight more into the heels. I can actually lift my toes up. And then I'm going to start to straighten the arms. And you can just trace down your body. Feel what this is for you. Open the shoulders back. Take your chin in. Breathe. And if you have, space to take the arms away from the body, you can bring the shoulder blades together. Smile and breathe. I'm still taking the weight back into the heels. Nice. One more breath. And then release. And again, just be in that pause and just feel what's open and released. Great. Okay. So I'm gonna come down so I can get my strap, but I'm gonna do it yoga style. So I'm gonna take the hands behind again. This time change the interlace. Open your legs a little wider, so whatever's comfortable. Start to take the shoulders back. You can start to straighten your arms, but they don't have to. And then maybe they come away from the body. I'm going to draw the belly in, the heart back, the chin in. I'm going to inhale. Now as you exhale, bend your knees and start to fold forward. So as you fold forward, maybe the arms can keep the clasp, or if you need to let go, that's fine. Just reach up to the sky. And now keep whatever you have here. We're going to rock these hands over to the left and just take a little peek under your right shoulder. And then reverse, do the other side. Okay, if your shoulders are very tight and this is super uncomfortable, then we're going to use the strap and that will maybe feel a little better. Okay, come to center, release the hands from the floor. Inhale, lift your chin and your heart. Grab your strap. Exhale and fold. Okay, I'm gonna roll up again. So if you wanna heel toe your feet closer together, you can do that, or keep them as they are. It's gonna bend the knees, take the hands to the thighs, and roll the spine up. Roll the shoulders back, pause, bring your feet a little closer together. Yay, and just feel that. Okay, good. So we're just coming back to opening the shoulders. I'm gonna say opening your wings. Okay, so you take your strap, and with the buckle part, we don't really want that going into our faces or anything. So I'm gonna hold the buckle in one hand and just wind the strap in that hand. And the other hand, I'm not gonna wind. So I'm just gonna hold them like this. Step the legs apart. Take your shoulders up to your ears, back and down. And then just find a little bit of tautness in your strap. Draw the belly in. Take the weight back. Breathe. Now as you inhale, start to take these arms straight in front of you and up over your head. And now you have room with the strap. If you need to make it bigger, you can do that. I'm just holding my arms over my head. You're gonna inhale. Now as you exhale, just shift over to the left. Let your hips go to the right. And then inhale and come up. And exhale over to the left. Right, sorry. And then one more time, just on each side. So not a big movement, just feeling. Yay. Okay. Come to center, reach up, pull the strap apart. So you are pulling the strap, draw your belly in, and we're gonna take figure eights. So as you exhale, lean over to the left. Then you turn to face down, and the hands kind of come in line with each other. Then the left arm's gonna lift up, and I'm gonna roll over to the right. Then I take them up to the sky. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go okay, we'll go keep going. Okay, I was just gonna switch, but we'll just keep going. Just find a little roll. If you have this long end of your strap like we do, I'm just gonna gather it and hold it in. Okay, so you're just moving yourself in the best figure eight-ish. Yeah, and then let's switch and go the other way. And don't worry about, oh, mine doesn't look like an eight. You're moving your shoulders over your head, you're breathing. This is really good work. Good, and then we'll come back up to the top. And exhale, drop the arms down. Put both ends of the strap in one hand. Drop and breathe. And just be here. Yes. Okay, now we're just gonna take this strap over the head and back. So we'll just come back to that same hold. Again, if you have a long end, you can gather it in and hold it. And then find this, whatever this is for you. Take the shoulders up and back and down. Draw your belly in, your chin in. Good. And we'll inhale, reach up. Now as you exhale, take them over your head and back. And here's where you might need more strap. So you let your hands kind of slide. Yeah, and then just do this a few times. So we're just going up and back. And as we do this, I want you to notice if one arm is leading the way, and try and slow it down. There's that one little sticky spot, as we come up, it's about here. And just do your best. If you need to make the strap really wide, do that. And such a good shoulder thing, especially us women, hearts the token man here today. We women, more than men, end up with, rotator cuff and frozen shoulder and stuff like that. And so just let the jaw go. It doesn't need to be a fast movement. Just feel. Good. Okay, and let's do one more. Up, and this time we're going to end with the arms behind us. So take them behind. There we go. Okay, now behind, we're just going to turn again. You're now going to turn your hands so the palms face behind. So we kind of make the strap a little shorter. Okay, I'll step my feet a little bit apart. Take the shoulders up to the ears, back and down. hug the strap, like press the strap out so it's not, so it's taut. And then inhale. Now as you exhale, take your arms up, bend your knees, fold down, and come back to this forward fold. And here you have lots of room. You might find your arms come a little further. Right? And then we're gonna take that left hand, you're gonna just drop it down towards the left, look out underneath your right shoulder, the left knee might bend, and then just switch sides. And just move very gently side to side. Whatever you're doing amazing. Good. And I'm just gonna do one more on each side, and then I'm gonna drop down in the center here. We'll just be strong in my legs, breathe. And then release, take the arms behind you, and just drop your strap behind you. And then the hands can come in front. We'll inhale, lift your chin and your heart, and exhale and fold down between your legs. And this is just the same as we did the first forward fold. Just an opportunity, you can widen your legs if you like. An opportunity to hang. So bend your knees, use your blocks, whatever you need. See if you can let your head go. Even soften your glutes. Feel the length of your spine. Hey, I thought we put you on. Take one more breath. And then I'm just going to turn around to my mat and take downward facing dog again. Just breathe here in dog. Take 2 breaths. And then we'll come down onto the knees. And you can take child's pose or keep your toes tucked in, walk your knees closer together, and come to sit on your toes. This is such good, it's good practice. Open your feet, especially if you've been in shoes all day. And you can sit, keep your hands on the floor. You can be in child's pose, my friends. What you need is what you offer yourself. And breathe. Okay. Yes. Okay, I'm going to come off the knees or wherever you are. We're going to come to hands and knees. And we're just going to take some cat-cow here. So you walk your knees back. Hands are as they are. And then just rolling through your cat-cow. Feeling your breath. And just really feel that this is a dance for the spine. The tailbone, the crown of the head are the connectors, but the spine is moving, feeling your belly, drawing in as you arch up to the sky, and the belly releasing as you release to the earth. Breathe. Maybe as you breathe in through your nose, you look up, and as you breathe out through your mouth, you close your eyes. And we did all this shoulder work. So see if we can roll your shoulders a little bit more here. Good. Okay. And then we're going to come to center. So I'm going to stay on hands and knees. If you need to prop up, do that. Let's take the right hand a little bit to center. And as you inhale, reach the left arm up. And as you exhale, just take it through without touching. You're just going to inhale, open, and exhale. Okay, if this feels tight in your chest, then just say, wow, look at me, I'm doing something awesome for the tightness in my chest. And next time you come up, or come down, we're going to come all the way down. Let that left shoulder come down, come onto your left temple, and move your right hand. So you have a nice square from the shoulder to the elbow, elbow to wrist. I'm on the pads of my fingers. I'm going to push down into the earth. And then from the elbow, press it back to the shoulder so the shoulders stack a little bit. Left hand is relaxed on the floor. Breathe here. I'm going to add a little bit of challenge, and you can just stay here or you can play with me. So from here, we're leaning onto the left side. I'm going to extend the right leg straight back, and the toes are tucked under. Straight back. And then really anchor the back of the left hand, see if I can lift the right arm up. I'm balancing, and turn the right hand, take it behind my back, and open that shoulder, and you might fall. You might not. And if you feel balanced and stable, maybe you see, oh, can I lift my right leg? Then fall, it's okay. Good. And then come on back. If you have lifted all those parts and bring it all back, then we're going to flatten the right hand palm and inhale, lift yourself up and lift the left arm and feel, oh, it's so different. Good. Okay, come back. Before we do the other side, I'm going to just sit for a moment, tops of the feet. You can take child's pose or downward dog if you so desire. And just take a moment and just feel. Also, we're opening the tops of the feet, so that's good practice. And drop my tush down, take one more breath. And then come back to your hands and knees. And we'll do the same thing. So I take the left hand in a little bit to center. And inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, thread it through. We'll just do that 3 times. We inhale. And we feel, oh, things are tight. The breath is tight. The shoulder's tight. And I'm doing the work to invite an opening. So this time, as you thread it through, come on down. Put your right temple on the floor and walk the left hand over into this little square. And anchor the fingers down. Take from the elbow to the shoulder back. And as you do that, you send the weight a little bit to the right. Okay, tuck your right toes under. And then see what happens if you, maybe we'll start with the arm. We'll take the left arm up. When you turn the palm, take it behind your back. And if you feel stable here, we'll extend the left leg out. And you can just be here, it's awesome. Or a challenge. Maybe we can lift the leg. Breathe, rock it out. And then release everything. Come back, you flatten your left hand and reach the right arm up. So take your time if you're still playing. And then come back. Good. Okay, I'm just gonna sit again. Maybe you take downward dog, child's pose, whatever you like. So just breathe and feel. Great. Okay. All right, so from here, I'm gonna take you onto your back. And if you have blocks, if you don't have blocks, you're gonna use a blanket, you're just gonna roll it up. But if you have blocks, we're gonna take what's called Bhishmasana, and this is supported fish pose. So I take the blocks, and they can be at the lowest height too, you know, they don't have to be high. Maybe I'll show it on the second height and the lowest. So here I'm gonna rest the back of my heart, and the back of your heart, my friends, is between the shoulder blades. So it's not on your spine. Generally, people put this one too low. So the blocks are maybe like 1.5 inches apart, and this one will be for the back of my head. Okay, so you can use blankets too. The blocks are very effective. So I'm just gonna sit back. I take my thumbs to hold the block, and I just kind of find my place here. So I can get the back of the shoulder blades on the block, so I feel bone. Then I prop up the back of my head, and once you get here, you might be like, oh, it doesn't feel so good. So all you're gonna do, once you're in it, you anchor the elbows, you lift your chest up off the block, and you put it back. And sometimes that's just the magic you need. Okay, so if it doesn't feel comfortable, you wanna just fold up some blankets and put, you know, a lower stack under the heart and a higher stack under the head. That's great. Okay, I'm gonna open the wings out, arms are out. If that's okay for you, if it's no good, you bring them down. Okay, and we're just gonna drop in here. You can see I have my knees bent, my tush on the floor. You don't have to bend your knees. If you wanna straighten your legs, if you wanna take cross-legged here, or Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, that's fine. I'm gonna just stay with my feet on the floor and receive this. So let yourself kind of drop and drape over this lifted heart. let your jaw soften. So maybe the mouth drops open a little bit. And with this nice support under your head, your block blanket, just start to gently turn your head side to side. And you don't have to go fast. You're going to feel all the ridges, if you're using blocks, all the ridges on the back of your head. And just rolling side to side, nice and slow, not too fast so you don't get dizzy. Just feeling the neck, a little massage for the back of your head. And then you can bring your head back to center if you like, or if you are feeling something releasing as you turn to one side, then enjoy that. Okay. We're going to stay exactly as you are. But what I'm going to have you do is just open your hands, stretch your fingers. And as you inhale, just reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling. And they don't have to touch, they're going to be shoulder distance apart. And we're going to do what we call a little bit of shoulder flossing. So as you inhale, you reach up to the sky. The shoulders come up. And as you exhale, keep the arms straight, but bring the shoulders down. And then open your arms back up. They're not going to touch the ground, so we're going to do that again. We inhale, reach up, draw your belly in a little bit. And then exhale here, inhale, reach up to the sky, and exhale, take the arms out. Inhale, reach up, stay here as you exhale, inhale, reach, and exhale, down and back out. And then keep your arms where they are out, and we're just gonna fly. So you're gonna take the arms over your head, and maybe they're gonna touch out of the wall here. And then sweep them down and maybe all the way down by your sides with the palms up. So it's just like you're flying as best as you can and opening. And just do that. Now I have the wall here, so I'm actually going to fold my arms and just grab opposite elbows over my head. And then I'll open back out and down. Whatever works. So let's just do that maybe 2 more times. Just picture yourself flying. And then we're going to come back. Don't let the arms touch. Keep them out to the side. We're going to reach up. This time you're going to cross your arms. Maybe put the right arm over the left. And just let them drape. So I'm crossed over elbow to elbow or past the elbows. Let your hands just relax. And open your jaw. Soften your third eye. And I know you're getting a little more pressure into your block if you're using it. Take one more breath. And then we're just going to open the arms and just change. So just going to change and breathe. Okay, the joy of being on the block is coming off the block. So you're going to feel all of that. And we'll just open the arms and take them back out. Find the hands on the floor. Okay, if you have your legs anywhere else but knees bent, feet on the floor, bend your knees. Walk your feet over to the left and then roll yourself to the right. So you come off the blocks. And we're just hanging out in fetal position, a breath or two here. Good. Okay. And then you're just going to press yourself up enough so you can take the blocks, move them out of the way, and come back onto your back. And this should feel pretty good. Okay. So we'll come back, just take your arms out, feel. Okay, from here, bend your knees, feet on the floor, heel toe the feet apart, and we're just going to come to windshield wiper. Just drop your knees over to one side and up and over to the other. If you need a blanket under your head, just a reminder, put in whatever you need. I'll grab you. Nice. Okay. Good. And then just going to bring the knees up, feet on the floor, and your heel toe your feet a little wider. They might even be like off your mat, and we'll turn that toes out, heels in a little bit. Yeah. And now just come back to this wider windshield wiper. And just feeling, whatever you feel, this is a nice stretch for that hip flexor. So as you drop the knees over to one side, press that opposite hip forward. Just kind of feeling your breath and this little massaging action. And we're massaging, the back and the shoulders and your hips and all of that. Good. Okay, and then we'll come back to center here, and we'll heel toe the feet to hip distance apart. Keep your knees bent and bring your right knee into your chest, interlace the fingers, hug it in, and just bring that knee in wherever it's gonna go. You might even take it out to the right and then back, just as a way of kind of moving belly out of the way a little bit. Drop your shoulders, your jaw. Yes. Okay, now put your mind into your left foot and just keep the heel on the floor, but lift the sole of the foot up. And now slide that left leg long on the floor. And it might not be such a graceful slide, but just extending through your heel and breathing. And take one more breath. And now feel that left heel on the floor and slide the leg back in with the heel touching with the sole of the foot up until you get to wherever you think end is. And then you're going to bring that foot down, but lengthen it. So drop it down from the heel, extend, the balls of the feet touch the floor, and then the toes. Now across your right ankle over your left knee. And we're just going to pause here. You can just bring that knee in and out, just the way, just through your leg muscles. Just press that knee away and bring it back in a few times. And we are going to move to thread the needle. So that's bringing the left thigh into your chest. If you need a strap, you have your strap nearby. Just bring it in. You can interlace the fingers behind the thigh or on top of the right shin if you're very open. Flex through your feet. And now really soften through your jaw, the shoulders, back of your head. You can even tuck your chin in a little bit. Good. Notice if your glutes are getting tight, and that, sometimes you need that. But if you can soften them a little bit, it's going to add to that stretch. And I'm just going to rock this package over to the left a little bit. So you get a little bit more of something that you can breathe into or start to let go. And pay attention to your third eye, my friends. The skin of the forehead might be gathering as you try to be here. We'll take one more breath. And then we'll just release, and we can either stretch the legs out or windshield wiper. If that was a lot for you, you might want a windshield wiper or just be in your stillness. A few moments. Good. Just take one more breath, however you are. Okay, we'll bring the soles of the feet to the floor, knees bent, heel toe your feet to what you think is hip distance apart, and bring the left knee in. Opposite, interlace your fingers and hug that left knee into your chest. And again, if you need to drop it over to the left and then bring it in, that might help you get a little closer here. And just feel this. This is a great thing for your hip flexor as well. And tension releaser. Now put your mind in your right foot and just pick the foot up, but keep the heel on the floor. And then you can start to extend that leg, but it's through the heel as best as you can. Yes. And then drop in here, let the shoulders drop, the belly drop, face relax, maybe smile, and breathe. And then from here, just stay as you are, but start to draw that right leg back in. And I'm going to keep the heel on the floor. Everything else is lifted. So then I can extend it out as if I'm making my foot longer. Balls of the feet, then the toes come down. And release your hands, cross this left ankle over your right knee. And let your arms rest or your hands on your belly. And just start to bring this knee in and out a few times. And, again, this is not a difficult or complicated thing, but it's so, you can even feel, what you're doing here. Just moving those hip flexors. You're moving your hips, you're moving your low back. How can this be bad? Good. And then just dropping in, and we'll move to thread the needle. So I flex the left foot as I bring the right knee in. Again, maybe straps or hands behind the thigh. Change the interlace of your fingers if you can remember. And breathe. Just receive. Maybe tuck your chin in a little bit. Soften your face, smile at the work you're doing, at what you're feeling and receiving and opening and releasing. And then we'll take this package a little bit to the right just to make it more interesting. Okay, so notice if you're clenching anywhere. And sometimes, you have to keep that. And you're like, okay, I need to keep that clenching for right now. Understanding that the work is in the letting go. Take one more full breath in. As if you don't even want to leave, exhale. And then lovingly release your hands. Set your feet on the floor. Rest however you like. And if you need to windshield wiper, nothing wrong with that. It's always a nice place to kind of release anything you've just been in. Good. Okay, and then here we are. So I'm going to grab the block again. This time I'm going to put the block under the sacrum for your upside down. And if you want to use a bolster or blankets, you can do that. There is a difference though, is when we use the block supports the bones. And when it supports the bones, then the tissues get to kind of drop off and relax. When we go on the bolster or blanket, it's soft. So you still get the effects of being upside down, which is what we're going for here. So I'm on the lowest height of the block to start, and you can be on any height you like, but from the lowest height, the block is low, it's on the sacrum, so if you have any discomfort, bring the block lower. I'm just going to stretch my legs out here. So I have a little bit of like a baby bridge. You can let your legs go wide, let your feet, they're going to want to turn and drop out, that's fine. We're just going to be here for a few moments. Find what this is for you. Soften your jaw. You need a support for your head, put it there. Okay, so as you rest here, I'm assuming, the legs go wide, and I'm assuming your feet are going to flop out to the baby toe edge. So what I'm going to do here is just rock the big toes in towards each other and back out. And I'm not going to go super fast, even though the flop just wants to happen. I'm going to control it. So as I bring the toes in towards each other, the inner hip crease you know, you're getting a little bit of action there. The knees come in towards each other, and then you can let them open. And just do that a few times. You can feel, you know, the hip points are coming towards each other when the toes come together. And then we're opening the low back. And we'll just do one more. And then you can just flop in, just be here. I'm going to take the arms over the head. And I have the wall right here again, so I'm just going to grab opposite elbows instead. Okay, now I'm going to press through my heels so that the feet are flexed. And I'm pressing through. I'm going to draw the belly down as I'm extending the legs. Draw the belly down. Breathe. Take one more breath. And then let your feet relax and flop. You can keep your arms where they are. Take them back down by your sides. Okay, and now I'm going to bend my knees. Place the feet on the floor. Good. Okay, I'm still on the lowest height for the block. The soles of the feet are on the floor. I'm going to heel toe them a little wider apart, maybe as wide as your mat. And then we're going to come to this windshield wiper here. So it's a little bit more gentle because you're on the block, so you have to be aware. Smile. And just feel in. Okay. Any discomfort on the block, it needs to move down. So you're rolling side to side of your sacrum towards one hip and the other. And along this way, I'm getting so many back cracks. So I hope that's happening for you. It's a really nice release. Good. Okay. Let's do maybe a few more, and then we're just going to come to rest with the feet on the floor. Okay. So from here, you might change the height of your block if you wish. I'm going to bring my arms back down and turn the palms down. I'm going to bring the knees into the chest. So my hands are on the floor, the knees are coming in, my feet are flexed. I'm just going to rock my feet side to side. So the knees stay together, and I'm just doing like a little twisty. If I just move my feet to one side, I can see the outer foot on both sides. Just a little twisty. Good. And then dropping in. Now here you can keep your hands on the floor, or you can hug your knees. You're going to end up dropping in so that, you know, the corner of the block is on my sacrum. It's not uncomfortable. If it's uncomfortable for you, put your feet down, move the block down, and go again. And then just find this place. Think of it as like almost like a little bit of a massage here. So you can hug the knees, you can be here. What's happening here too is we're dropping into the belly, letting the back drop to the floor. And tuck your chin and just breathe. Take one more breath. Now I'm going to keep the right knee in as it is and start to extend the left leg straight out. Now you can use your hands to hold the right shin or keep your arms on the floor. Flex your feet, push out through the heels of both feet. And as you push the left leg away, is there space for you to energetically bring that right knee in closer? With your hands or without your hands. And then we're going to switch. Now I'm going to switch by lifting the left leg up to the sky and then the right leg up to the sky. And then I'll bring the left knee down and extend the right leg out. And breathe here, flex through your heels, extend through the right leg. So you get right into that hip flexor. And then you either draw the left knee in more or just energetically pull it in. And then let's switch again. So you can lift the right leg up, the left leg can come up like a little playful dance. Use your hands or don't, it's fine. As long as you're smiling and enjoying being in your body. We'll just switch last time. Yes. Good. Okay. Now you're welcome to rest, come off the block, but I know, if you like to extend your legs and be there for a few moments, do that, whatever feels right. I'm going to roll my ankles here, look at my feet, And just go both directions. Rolling ankles, maybe I'll add the wrists too. Why not? I'll just bend at the elbows and roll the wrists too. Just some joint work. Roll your fingers, wiggle your toes. Okay. And then whatever you like, I'm going to bring my feet down and lift the hips, take the block out, but take your time. You're digging it. And then just feel for a few moments this grounding energy. Right? I don't know if you could hear Hart through the microphone, but there were some ecstatic sounds coming from him. So I hope you feel that too. Good. Okay. I feel like one more, we've done all this joint work, and this is just the egg beater, you know, whip kick or whatever you want to call it. If you just take your legs up and, you know, we did this joint work for the ankles and the wrists, and I feel like the knees need a little bit of moving. And so this little bit of egg beater, you can feel how it's like the hips are moving, the back is affected, the knees are getting something. And then just reverse egg beat in the opposite way a few times. And you could be moving really fast or really slow. Whatever feels good. All right, and then I'll just hug the knees in. Maybe I'll curl the head and chest up and just hug in. And then release your feet to the floor. You can even just be here, stretch your legs out, breathe and feel. Okay, take one big breath in, breathe out. And then drop your knees to one side, and we'll just roll ourselves up and let's come up to sitting. We're going to set up for Supta Baddha Konasana, and that's soles of the feet together. And we're going to support the back. So if you have a bolster, we have one bolster here, we're going to let Hart use it. I mean, I have a ton of bolsters here, but I'm just going to pretend I don't have one. And I'm going to make one. So I'll take my blocks, and I'll just put them one in front of the other, and then I'll take my blanket, just lay it over, but if you have a bolster, use that. And then I'll make a little head thing here. Okay, and then a little support for underneath your knees, so more blankets or whatever you have. I'm looking at these. Yeah. It's gonna be all purple today. Okay, and so then soles of the feet together, you sit on the floor and you lie back over your little support of whatever you have, bolster, blankets, soles of the feet together with a little support underneath the thighs, the knees, and let your arms rest in whatever way feels comfortable. You can add a blanket. I should have said that before. A blanket on top of you might be really nice, and if you have an eye pillow, then you want to throw that in. Let's do that. So take your time, because we're going to lie here for about 5 minutes. So if this isn't comfortable, then roll yourself up, get what you need, and make it nice so that you can just really let go. Okay, so if the blocks feel, if you did the block thing, you're like, that's not pleasurable, then ditch it. Just so you can be in a place where you feel your head is supported, your heart is supported, you have an opening in the navel to the pubic bone as you lie over your prop. The soles of the feet are touching in some way. And there's no strain in the front of your hip flexors as the knees open. Okay, if your shoulder, we did a lot of shoulder stuff, but if you need extra support, a blanket under each arm might be really nice too. And then once you settle in, just finding your breath. Think about those cards I chose. The first card is card of depletion. And, you know, we all have that, those feelings of just being exhausted. And feel yourself here, supported and centering yourself. That second card you chose, just centering into your breath and into your body. And without being specific, we manifest for ourselves. The third card we chose, manifest card. We manifest for ourselves this space that we can drop into and be supported and invite in, health and wealth and wellness. Your health is your wealth. So you know that just by being here on your mat. Just feeling yourself rested, resting, and being held. You're welcome to just stay as you are if you're happy and comfortable. And if you'd like to extend your legs and roll over to your side and just set up for Shavasana, or legs up the wall. And I'm just going to take a few moments more to rest. So stay as you are, or shift yourself into whatever else you'd like to be. Just scanning any place you're still holding tension. Release yourself more deeply through the flow of your breath and your conscious connection to yourself. And choosing to stay in your rest for as long as you like. And if you are ready to come out, then just let it be so luxurious. Just savor every movement you make. And take your time. Meet and seated whenever we get there, or don't. That's fine too. Sitting in a comfortable way, and we'll just take such simple mudra. We'll just interlace the fingers and then extend the index fingers. And just lay that down. So it's just that. Drop your chin and do I put this here for you? Oh. Feel your breath. Well, this mudra in your hands, the thumbs are crossed, the index fingers extended, and all the fingers are just holding each other. And this is the mudra of manifestation and power. And just keeping yourself nice and soft, but feeling perhaps this change in your energy field, and that just extend that out through the index finger. We're just going to lift this up. So lengthen yourself tall. You can keep your eyes closed. And as you inhale, just start to reach these arms straight up over your head. Keep them mudra. So we send the energy straight up. And then join the palms together and exhale the softness. And bring that back down and rest the hands in front of your heart. And just tapping into and acknowledging your own power. And that through your practice, you have shifted something. Opened, released, reignited. And this is this great power of centering and manifesting whatever it is you need in your life. And so through this, my friends, inhale, lengthen yourself tall, and exhale as you are. And we'll join together in our May We Be Blessed mantra. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. We'll seal that with one Om. Inhale. big breath in. Breathe into your hands. Catch it. Lift your chin and open your eyes. Namaste, friends. Namaste, however you are. Thank you so much, beauties, for being here and playing yoga. And may you rest well tonight. And we'll see you very, very soon. Thank you. I love you. And I love you.